So as promised, the following is a Magicstone video. Now, there have been a couple of questions to why I did the charms and potions video first. Well, basically because to make magic stones you are required to first have both skills developed, which are respectively charms and of course, potions. So, let's get straight into it. Where do you pick up, decompose, and make magic stones? You can pick them up, I believe, if my memory serves me well, at Ascetic Fuhu, yes. So, you can see here, learn living skills, decompose, and make magic stones. Now, this NPC, I believe you can find in Stone City, Sand Village, and Sky Village, and that's really about it, but it's very easy because he is literally in Stone City and you cannot not to see him over here. So, when you pick up those two skills, the icons should look like this. Both. They make magic stones is this blue skull and decompose are those green shards. So, to level up magic stones, you have cheap way and the more expensive way, which can pay off in the long run. So cheap way is basically just decomposing things and making crystals per each level. So let's say how to level it. Firstly you need to, well, for the level 1 actually, that is, you will have to make a magic stones of either vitality or physical defense, and from there you're going to level up to level 2, and only then you can unlock the making crystals themselves. So cheap way as always is going to be making green crystals. So let's say you go to Sky Village, and you can farm. There's, I believe, like 3 or 4 elites that drop green and blue drops, like the gear specifically. And from there, you can basically, once you drop them, you can see that you can keep on decomposing them for the very next level. So you need 3 crystals level 1 to make 1 crystal level 2. And same goes for every single level. So basically, regards of decomposing, there's no difference, and all you really have to do is just keep on chain decomposing. Now, of course, as you level up this skill, you're going to unlock the higher levels, and as the higher levels go, you are going to, of course, decompose the higher level items. Now, regards of the levels of what item gives what crystal, well, I'm going to make a quickly notepad. So, level 1 crystals are all, so let's put it like this, level 1 are going to be all level 2 actually, from level 2 to level 9. So, level 2 to 9 gear. Also, level 1 to 10 weapon, however, those don't drop or you cannot buy them anymore, so those are excluded. However, the level 10 to 20 weapons also can make you level 1 crystal, so keep in mind that. And also, level 5 and 10 assistant is making you level 1. So, there is plenty of the things that can make you level 1. Level 2, so let's put it like this, level 2 is going to be gear from 12 to 19. Then we go level 20 to 30 weapons, and it's going to be level 20 assistant also. So basically the assistant from the Fantasy Palace. For level 3, you are going to have 22nd level to 29th level gear, then 30 to 40 level weapons, and level 30 assistant as well. And for the next few levels, level 4, let's say, is going to be level 32 to 39 gear, also 40 to 50 weapons, and then there is no longer any assistants left behind that. So basically you can see that after level 4 the trend just keeps on going. It's only the exception that you do not have any more assistants, because they are locked on only those first 3 levels, and you can see how they are divided correspondingly. So that's how it goes. Max level is level 8, so I think that's pretty much clear, which you can see here that both are stuck on level 8. Now, that's basically it from crystal side. Also, I will return to the crystals near the end of the video, and there is a reason why. Now, regards of Magicstones, there is in total 8 types of Magicstones. Vitality Magicstones, Physical Defense, Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, as well as Dodge, Critical Strike, and Block. Now let's focus on the main 5, because they are more well known and more common, and basically more practical, I believe, but we are going to do a testing in one of the future videos how practical each Magicstone is actually. So Vitality Magicstone basically gives you health, nothing really crazy. Physical Defense Magicstone gives you physical defense, Strength gives you strength, and the same goes for Dexterity and Intelligence. Now, this is why I have made a firstly video for the herbs and for the ores, or actually you can call it charm skill and potion skill, because as you can see, let's find some appropriate level where you actually need, this should be, well, almost fine. Let's actually go to, yeah, level 8, this should be just fine. So, let's put an example of Vitality Magicstones. You need Olive Stones, which do not drop anywhere, you have to mine them, okay? Pearls, however, they do drop. So they are one of the niche cases where you actually do not need to, let's say, collect herbs. However, if we go to Polypodies, they are herbs that can be collected from the ground. Also, they are droppable, but it's not as big of a problem. Blueness Stones, also you would have to mine if you're going to make Magicstones. However, the only use, well, I guess I could say the unique niche case for the case of the Strength Magicstones is because all of the materials drop in case, so you basically don't need to really move much of a finger to get to Elite Strength Magicstones. That's why I have made for about, I don't know, 200 Strength Magicstones I have in supply, because literally you drop those materials almost every single day, so it's basically very easy to obtain them. Then you also have some cases like Dexterity and Intelligence. Now, what you need to pay attention to is that Dexterity and Intelligence on every single level require completely exactly the same requirements regards of the ores and the material that you have to whether drop, whether to collect by the potions or via the herbs that are on the ground. So you kind of have a flexibility there. There are of course some niche cases like where you need some herbs that are droppable, like example here, Poison Cup is droppable. I don't know, Flame Ores are also droppable in this case. Like, there's a couple of, let's say, ores that you can drop so you don't have to mine them. However, most of the important ones are locked behind minings and they are not droppable, so that's why there is a little bit of a pain to make Magicstones in the first place. However, if you can find your way around of getting them for cheap or collecting them over time for yourself after you develop the making charm skill, which ultimately requires you the ore collecting skill in the first place, so you kind of have a ways to make it easy for yourself. And pretty much the same case goes for every single Magicstone like that. Of course, the only exception being like Elite Strength Magicstones, because this is literally for the lazy people, and since I'm a monk, this is extremely good for me. So yeah, that's why you're going to probably see me a lot on the Strength Magicstones. Now, I did not mention yet Critical Magicstones, Block and Dodge Magicstones. This is the deal with them. A lot of people struggle to, let's say, understand how to unlock level 2 and level 3 due to it being unlockable only for level 1 as you level up the skill by itself. However, the use case is the following. You need to have both of those scrolls to unlock level 2 and level 3 block, critical, and dodge Magicstone. So Magicstone level up scroll for level 7 1 is going to unlock you level 2 block, strength, and block, critical, and dodge. And Magicstone level up scroll for level 8 is going to unlock you level 3. Now this is where a lot of people run into an issue. Almost everybody have by now a Magicstone level up scroll for level 8 and try to use it, however it doesn't work. The reason is because you firstly need to unlock the level 2 Magicstones with this scroll for level 7, and only then you can use Magicstone level up scroll for level 8. So I myself had a lot of, let's say, issues understanding that way back in the day when I was really rushing to develop Magicstone skill for myself. And basically I ran into the same problem. I had this scroll, I kept on using it, it didn't work. I thought like this is broken, so, like it doesn't work, until I found out there is actually level 7 scroll. Now this one is extremely hard to drop, extremely rare to find, so good luck getting it. This one basically drops in Chillwind Cave, so this one basically everybody has by this point, so you can see it everywhere. So yeah, basically that's the whole mystery behind the unlocking level 2 and level 3 critical strike Magicstones. Now, as far as the how good they are, thing is that they do not, as you can see here, they do not specifically tell how much they actually give for each level. Like you can see Dodge Magicstone level 2 doesn't tell how much it gives, level 1 doesn't tell how much it gives, nor the Dodge level 3 also tells how much it gives. Now one thing I do know is that they last 7 days, and that's bad, and the reason why it's bad is because of their complicated materials to get. So unlike the normal Magicstones where basically you are required either only green crystal or only green and blue crystal, here you have a requirement of blue and golden crystal. Now there's, I guess you could say, a couple of issues with this, because golden crystals are often not being decomposed and instead they are being used as a gear up for your bots, or when you level up or whatever, you can sell the gear, or however you find the use case already. Now of course there are some niche use cases, like if you, let's say, drop in this case level 29 1 stat amulet, like it really has no use other than being decomposed, so you can kind of find a use for it there. But aside from that, or even the best case scenario, if you are required, let's say, golden crystal level 5, as I have plenty of here, like those all are for sale, because I don't really make any of those, because I don't really need any of those for my personal use to make any Magicstones, so I just sell them. And they each have their use cases. As you can see here, for level 3 Magicstones you really need golden crystal level 3. For level 2 unique ones you need level 4 golden crystals, and for level 1 you need level 2 golden crystals. Now here I'm going to click through all of the unique Magicstones that you can see kind of the requirement, what they give, and I'll kind of give a brief overview of where they are. So basically this one is droppable. Mika ores are basically ores that you have to collect in Moondragon Village, so that's a pain. You can see that here also the requirement doesn't change much, only the crystals change from level 3 and level 2 to level 7 and level 4. This one might be struggle because a lot of Vitality Magicstones require blue level 7, as you can see here. Like it eats a lot of the Magicstones for the blue crystals. Let's see what does the gold and the level 3 dodge. Okay, level 5 and level 3 here. These are droppable from mobs and also in PCP, and this one you have to unfortunately mine. Same goes for critical strike magic stones like olive stones, again another pain to get because once again they are required also for vitality magic stones. Pearls are easy. These two are going to be also a problem because they both go, well actually it's only those two. But you can kind of get the idea that some of them are going to be a pain. Like another example, pine stone, you cannot drop it, you have to mine it. Same for lotus stone here. Let's see what is on the level 2. Jade ore also you have to mine, doesn't drop. So mostly you can see that the problem are ores, more or less, because those are more or less droppable and they really don't present that much of a problem. So that's kind of the whole overlook on the entire Magicstone thing. Now I want to, as I've said, go back to the crystals. Crystals can make you a ton of gold. And this is how. Now you have to understand that you will not sell all the crystals all at once. Like that's just impossible because not everybody needs the magic stones at the exact same time or in the exact same value. And the way you can make big gold out of crystals is if you stockpile them every single level, whichever you drop, decompose them, store them on warehouse characters, and eventually you will run into this situation, which I did run into about 7 to 8 times by now, is people do not want to rely on others to make magic stones for them. They want to develop their magic stone skills alone. So what they do is they are going to order a whole bunch of the green crystals, level 2, level 4, level 3, level 5, level 6 and level 7, to level up all those levels. So basically that is the cheapest way they can get instantly. Well, technically it's not instantly, but it's within range of, let's say, 5 to 6 days, because it's going to take you time to decompose everything, store everything, find the seller. Until then the seller has to get you a supply big enough to make all the EXP for the Magicstone level itself. And in most cases those people are willing to pay decently good money for almost all of those levels. Basically it's going to be level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6 and level 7. To level 8 they can get themselves eventually, because most of them just want to get to level 7 to make elite Magicstones, because let's be honest, 90% of server are consumers of vitality Magicstones. All other 10% are consuming strength, dexterity or intelligence. Mostly intelligence because, again, there's 3 mana classes, so it naturally makes sense. So kind of you can see how the crystals can make you a lot of gold. Like I have had, as I've said already, like about 7 to 8 customers by now that wanted all the levels from level 2 to level 7 to buy, and I really, let's say, had to rush myself to get all of the crystals in time, because they were rushing themselves, so I kind of didn't want them to wait. So it is a little bit of a mess if you don't store a lot of them, but ultimately if you start storing all of the crystals and you start to making them as you drop, you are going to see big benefits. This is my, by now people know that this is my Decompose character. I basically sell crystals every day on him, so you can kind of see it every day, aside from being a promotional character. But to aside that, it makes me daily gold. By now I've really sold out all of my crystal supplies, so basically all of the crystals I have is going to be around the stalls I put, and that's really it. So kind of I do not anymore make as much gold as I used to before, because I ran out of the supplies. But if you start now, like if you start from the level 1 your character, and if you start collecting all of the blue and green drops that you would usually sell to blacksmith, because if you make a comparison, you are going to make about 3 to 4 times more gold from selling them as crystals, the drops that you get, than if you were sell them to blacksmith. Because like what? Blacksmith is going to give you 10-20 silver, and from one pile of, let's say, level 4s, you can make 4 gold. And you basically need about 10 drops, if you are lucky, maybe 9, because there is also chances that if you decompose the green and blue drops, you can get per 1 extra, which I will also explain now. So when you decompose green drop, you are going to always get the 1 crystal of that specific drop. Sometimes you can get a chance to get 2 crystals from 1 decompose, but that is very rare. For blue crystals, when you decompose a blue drop, you are going to get 2 crystals. However, there is a chance to get even 3. But again, same case, it's very small chance to get 3 out of 1 drop. And the same applies to golden. If you decompose it, the golden drop, you are going to get only 2 crystals. However, you always have a chance to get 3. So if you sometimes get uneven number, that's why, because you probably have strike a luck and you have gained out of 1 item 3 crystals. So I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully this kind of helped to navigate a lot of people, because a lot of you have asked for this video and I have delayed it on purpose, because as I've said, firstly you need to understand how the ores and the potions work, because they are to a degree required for the magic stones themselves at the end of the day. So hopefully this helps, and with that being said, I will see you in game or in the next video. Until then, stay safe.